Shabbat shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm sorry I had to do that because there was a really bad echo on my side, and I had to go um, out of it in order to clear it up. It seems. Um, I'm I'm gonna wait on the brothers and sisters to get over. Let me see. All right, we have one that came over. I had to close that out. Uh, it was a real bad. It was like two or three voices all at one time. It was an echo on my side, and I had to close that out. Well, no, I ain't had to close it out. I closed it out by mistake, truthfully. I thought maybe I could jump out and jump back into the same one, but that's not the case. At least I haven't figured that one out. But like I was saying, brothers and sisters, there's a there's a there's a distraction that's going on, and it's made against us when it's all over said and done. It is absolutely against us. The world is scared. The world is absolutely concerned as to the things that's going on. They're concerned. They are very concerned. They never seen, well, let's just say, black power. They never seen this before. They never seen it. And so now with that, yes, they're very concerned. And for you brothers and sisters that's coming on, I had to, well, no, I ain't had to. Um, I thought I was just stepping out just for a moment and then coming back in. It wouldn't allow me to go back in on that live. So I just hit it, came back in and did it this way and came up with distraction. Shabbat shalom, Brother Earl. I'm glad you made it in today, brother. But like I was saying, the distraction is real. This is real. And it's concerning at the same time. It's very concerning to the world. I seriously believe that the political powers that be are working um, with scriptures, or let's just say fulfilling scriptures. And this is what's happening. It is happening. And so now they walking around. Well, let me just go back and speak about some things that I was talking about a few minutes ago. Is that some of the small things are the great things. That little slave, I ain't gonna say little, the slave house they caught a fire. Oh yeah, it got their attention. It may sound small, but no, that's a it can be a major event. And because we're looking at a lot of things that's happening now, they never seen so many black people so quiet and moving about. Things are not going the way the world is used to. They seeing something that's on the horizon, but they can't put their finger on it. They seeing a change. It's like a change. There's a spirit in the air that they are feeling, and they know, hey, something is about to happen. Brothers and sisters, when I was speaking about the shift, brothers and sisters, that shift is strong now. It's like it's undeniable. People are starting to see it, well, feel it rather. They're feeling a change in the air. That man, Trump, he made me thinking that he's doing everything for his, his friends, his millionaires, billionaires, or his club or whatever. Things are going to, they're not working out the way that he intended. Things are going to work out scripturally. For all the prophecies, those prophecies are going to be fulfilled. Obadiah, yeah, it's going to be fulfilled. They don't know whether to go ahead and get this war popped off. You got all these other nations that's fighting and things of that nature. They gotta see something. Shabbat shalom, Sister Patricia. I'm glad you was able to make it in, sis. They got to be seeing something. But one thing I will say, I know they feeling something. I know they feeling something. We got next, shalom, Shabbat shalom, brother. Brother, you know what? I'm about to get me a schedule, brother. Cause see, I'm noticing this position that I got myself into. I'm training people, and at the same time, I'm working sites, and it's tiresome. And so, what I'm gonna do, brother? I'm gonna start devoting time to these lives more so, and thing because this like once a week thing, it ain't working well with me. That's just me now. But I'm gonna start putting things on into better motion that only when it comes to these lives. But like I was saying, these distractions that they're putting out, something is happening because now, for a moment, the things about Diddy, his stuff falls back into the in the background. But when something comes about on this world that they need the world's attention or to bend the world's attention, he comes up. I'm not worried about what P. Diddy did. I'm not. But the world is so nosy. The world is so nosy. They feed into it. They feed into it. Truthfully, that should not be the case with us. We're looking at biblical prophecies being fulfilled. That's what we're doing. This is a spiritual battle that we are involved in. Now, don't grant it. I mean, when things first pop up, yeah, it gets our attention. It does. It get our attention. We listen to it, boom, boom, boom. All right, that's the industry. But brothers, we have our own battles in front of us. I mean, it ain't for me to sit up here and worry about what Diddy did. He ain't do it to me. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I hear. We got this time at the end that's happening. You got a nation that's coming. That's a birth of a nation. The birth of a nation, and then you're seeing a destruction of a nation. They seeing changes, and they scared. You want to talk about some Gentiles upset, and I'm talking about the ones who knows. I'm talking about the ones who knows, who be causing a lot of stuff. They know something else is on the horizon. They're seeing black people. They're seeing black people shutting up. They're seeing black people not uttering any words, no thoughts. And they're starting to see a reunion of black people that they never seen before. Who was this? This politician, I forgot his name. He said, well, no, the question was asked to him years ago. What is the United States' greatest fear? And they said, the unity of blacks. That's what they said, the unity. They know that unity is strong. This is the reason why they had to lie, cheat, and steal against us. They lied to us. Oh, you know what? You Negroes over here, y'all different from these Negroes over here. They did they did everything possible to keep us separated. But when the Most High said, I'm going to raise my people back up, and for a vast majority of us, we did not know that we was those people. We did not know. We were trying our best to be some trying to blend in with other nations and things of that nature. You know, we was lost. But when we came into our own, when the Most High allowed us to come into our own, oh yeah, the game changed dramatically. Dramatically. Now you have everybody saying, I ain't gonna say everybody. You have nations over there, nations in Africa, turning it upside down. They're not understanding. Well, I ain't gonna necessarily say they're not understanding. There's no understanding. They don't want no understanding. They understand one thing. They want that power. And they've seen power is being taken away from them. That's what's happening. They seeing a power that is absolutely being taken away. They seeing a rising of the African Americans, put it that way, for what they can understand thus far. And if you pay attention, you look at the movies now. They have I ain't gonna say a sitcom. What do you call it? A series. The Chosen. They pushing it hard because now they seeing us depicting the true people of the Bible. They seeing that, and they understanding the power of blacks. I'm gonna say blacks because this is what they understanding now. Because the moment that the world opens up and come to an understanding, these Negroes are the people of the Bible. Now, brothers, you ain't seen nothing yet. You let the world, and I say the world, come to a full understanding that these Negroes that went to the four corners of the earth during that transatlantic slave trade. Well, one question is going to be this. The world will say, who are you? I'm talking about the ones, the Rev 29 people. That's what the question is going to be. We think, now over there, I mean, granted, they dirt is on fire. The dirt is on fire. But they haven't seen anything because Yahushua said it. He's going to make them a synagogue of Satan. And do you, brothers and sisters, not see that that's what they are right now? They got their hands in everything. Music, politician, entertainment, that's where they're at. That's where they go be. Gate holders. And this is what's happening. And so now the politics, yeah, they use the entertainment to distract people away from situation that some people may consider we need to know, or things of that nature. But when you go in and you are awakened, we look at the scriptures and we see, all right, the Most High said this here. He said that there. And that's what we go by. That's what we go by. Hold on just for a moment. We go by those things. That's what we do. But now, the more you have these brothers and sisters opening up scriptures, and we start to have an understanding. That's that awakening. That's what we recognize, and we start to understand that, hey, the Most High is talking to his people. He's waking his people up, and this is the whole purpose, because we, on a daily basis, we are supposed to encourage one another. Period. That's what we're supposed to do. We should not be out here discouraging brothers. I'm not a big fan of debates. I listened to some of this stuff back when I was first awakening. But outside of that, because when I am looking at some of the debates, I mean, some of these brothers and sisters, but some of the brothers, I ain't gonna say sisters, they get on there and they start, tempers, they get upset and things of that nature. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. I'm glad you was able to make it in today, sis. They get the cursing and all that stuff and things. And I never was a big on cursing. That was just like a pet peeve of mine. And so that right there got me away from it. But when you're dealing with brothers and sisters, and then people that you individually, that you may listen to right now, brothers, this is a scrutinizing situation that we are in right now. I mean, it's like you have to pick and choose your association extremely wisely. You do. Because some brothers, like the scripture says, the Most High said he's going to hold accountable teachers, leaders. He's going to hold them accountable, and he's going to judge them. And the world, he said that he will do the same thing to the world. Religion is in trouble. Religion is in absolute trouble. Yeah, some of them, they're going to, what's the word? They're going to have a measure of truth. They're going to have a measure of truth. But it's going to be dominated more so from lies. Like taught us that we was Hamites. Oh yeah, Ham is the dark race and all that and everything. They just had to paint their own picture to put themselves on a pedestal that they know for a fact they do not belong. They had to do it, and they did it cunningly, and they continue to do it. They continue to do it. Now you're starting to see a different vibe of Black people, period. And I'm talking about across the board. Across the board, there's a different atmosphere about us. It is. And with that being said, when I heard about that story about Brother Rodney, and I was reading the story, and it said, man goes after, talking about he went out there and killed a cop. Now, the first story I read said that he went out there and killed the policeman for killing his son. But as time went on, come to find out that, hey, that was not the one who killed his son. He just seen one and he killed him, took his life. Now, truthfully, brothers and sisters, that was out of frustration. That's what he did. And see, it's a lot more brothers and sisters. This world just can't continue to uh, take brothers and sisters' lives, and we gonna be okay with it. That's just like me telling Sister Linda Cross, look at Sister, I need you for you to turn, hit that switch, turn love off. Turn love off. Because I'm about to do something to disrupt your family. This is what the world got in their little bitty head. That you do not have, or I ain't gonna say you don't have you don't have. No, I'm not gonna say that. They thinking they can use this term. I gave you a lawful order. And they literally believe that their saying has power because they misappropriated the power. That's what they've been doing. Now, these things are backfiring on them. Now, if you want to talk about people talking about they're in fear of their lives, always saying that what's the word? Black people, they just look mean. This is what this nation has done. Say it. Believed. All of this is about us. And they're talking about us. And at the same time, using distractions against us. We getting hit from every angle. Every angle we get it. But now they're trying to understand what's going on. And for the ones that do know, the ones who's making these calls, they know exactly what's happening. It's the lower level people that don't know. They seeing something, but they're not understanding. There's a rude awakening that is about to happen for them. And it's happening. It's happening. And they're fighting to maintain their power. That's what they're doing. But we, on the other hand, we are encouraged to be encouraging to our brothers and sisters. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Not right. All right. I'm gonna say this: not browbeating our brothers and sisters. Oh, you know, some people get upset when they teaching. Yeah, I mean, you're right. So we getting hit from all angles. I ain't Sister Linda, please. You wearing our skin, you go get hit from every angle, and especially you got that bloodline, because you know that every angle that you're getting hit from, for the vast majority of it, is going to be coming from the devil, because he knows exactly who you are. He knows down to a T. Matter of fact, he know what bloodline you from, what tribe. He knows these things, but he's seeing there's a shift in the atmosphere, in the spiritual realm. He's seeing the Most High is doing something. And now he's very concerned because, brothers and sisters, like I told you, Revelation 12, when the Most High said he's going to take us away from the face of the devil do not want that. Yes, he has a short period of time, brother. We got next. He knows he do. Yeah, but you come to realize one thing: the devil loves living. He loves breathing. He loves life. Now, hey, he knows his judgment. He knows his judgment. You seeing a people that is waking up to a spiritual strength that's undeniable. When the Most High said, there's power in your speech, brothers and sisters, the moment we understand that, let me just do it this way. Let's go back to, let's just go back in time. Let's say the 80s or the 70s. I remember watching some of the shows and some of the movies. You're like, "Hey, what's up, Cat Daddy?" That was the term. Then he got into I ain't gonna say the 80s, the 90s. What's up, dog? Everything we caught ourselves everything that was about negative. When a woman was not, what's the word? Let's just say she was being disturbing. They called her B. I'm talking about we did. I ain't talking about the nation. I'm talking about we. They did it. The things that we said about our brothers and sisters, I mean, it kept us low. We kept ourselves low. And it was all about speech. What we thought about our brothers and sisters, boom, kept us down. I'm a firm believer on this one. The 90s was the worst time. The 90s was the worst time that we used our speech, and it knocked us down. Yes, it did. B's and H's, dropping niggas. This is the stuff you don't hesitate putting a nigga on his back. Those speech, that speech, brothers, it held us down. Now, truthfully, if you want to see the power of speech, go back in time. And just for us only, just for us, you will see and understand. Man, that's a whole lot there was a whole lot of negativity that we pushed out on ourselves. Now, if we just take that same energy, reverse it. Reverse that. Start speaking healing words to your brothers, sisters. I mean, don't grant it now. We're not going to always see eye to eye. We're not. But one thing we can do, you can respect your brothers and sisters from a distance. You may not be able to get along with somebody, but you still can respect them from a distance. You can still maintain that a cordial attitude with your brothers and sisters. You can. But when you have, there are some brothers out there that's very adamant about what they're teaching is so correct. And they get upset. They get upset because you don't believe them. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. Not one of us is going to have a 100% accuracy of understanding the scriptures. And when I say scripture, I'm talking about all of them, not just the ones that the Catholic religion and all these religions took out. We're not going to have it. That's one thing we're not going to do. The only thing that we can do is be encouraging. If we come up on something that we do not understand, brothers and sisters, that's the only time you go sit there and you will, talk about it. See, can we come up with an understanding? Pray to the Most High to teach you. And if this is your understanding, let me tell you something about brothers and sisters. The ones, when things sound reasonable, they go with it. They go with it. But then others I have seen, I ran up on one brother. That man, he worked my nerves. He did. And I was like, hold on, brother. I said, I don't know. That's one thing I told him. I said, I don't know. I'm just trying to get a better understanding Just like when it comes down to some of the feast days, brothers and sisters, yes, this is awakening is absolute. I don't care if you've been awakened 10, 15 years. It's still brand new to you. It's still brand new. Outside of this awakening, well, what was we? We was blind as a cat, blind as a bat, rather. That's who we were. We was blind. We did not understand. They told us something, we believed it. They said Jesus died for your sin. We believed it. This is how blind or misled we were. But when the Most High said, he go pour his spirit upon his people, and he poured his spirit upon us, oh, please. We start waking up. We start understanding scripture. We start looking at scripture. Then we start changing the what? We start changing the narrative. There are so many videos out there depicting our people in their true essence. When I'm talking about the essence, I'm talking about being people of color. That's what we did, and we doing it hard. And I must say this also on top of that is, brothers, I'm gonna say it again, be very cautious with AI. I like what these brothers and sisters are doing with it, but I can see a danger, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I'm quite sure you brothers and sisters know there was an AI generated interview. It was Al Roker that this AI. So I don't know who put it together. All he was saying, it was AI generated, and saying that he was talking about some high blood medication or whatever, but it was AI derived. But he said he never said anything of the kind. So, but if you look at it, it sounds real, looks real. I was like, wow. And when what's that dude's name? He's a news broadcaster, and he was talking about how he was up under a lawsuit, a $25 billion lawsuit, for getting up there talking about high blood pressure medicine. And he said he never had the interview. Yeah, it was AI. And so, and don't get me wrong, Brother Earl. I like what brothers and sisters are doing with AI, but yeah, you're right. I don't trust it because I know eventually it's going to be used against us. That's one thing. It's going to be, because right now AI is just drawing people in. You get these little AI videos, and what do? They bring in this cute little chubby child, representing one of us. And the show was real, but they used the baby looking. This is just to draw us in, brothers. This is just to draw us in. And it's drawing us in. People be on their phones looking at these videos, and it's supposed to draw you in. Because the moment the world figures, hey, we got them, all right, let's show them some things now. Brother, this is the reason why I say, for the brothers and sisters out there that are using AI to push out truth, you have my support. But the day is going to come where you're going to drop it. You will have to drop AI. I was doing, Brother Earl, I was, I dealt with AI, and I was doing a video, and it was like redemption of brothers and sisters. And then so in this redemption, I said, well, it had this little how can I say, alphabet in the video. And I went in that type said, no, remove. This is all black cast, no alphabets and things of that. It refused to take it out. It refused. Went through a whole week. And I was, you know what? I stopped it. I stopped messing with it. It refused to take it out. And then when it did flip it, it still showed two alphabet holding hands. Brothers, granted, the internet, we can use it. We can use it for the good. But eventually, the internet is going to get so dark. No, it's going to get dark. It's going to get darker. The devil knows exactly what it takes to communicate. This communication right now, they can't afford to turn it off right now. They cannot afford to turn it off right now. Because he is trying to draw people in. And if possible, the Most High's people, that's what he wants. He's not worried about the world. There's no covenant with the world. But he do have a covenant with these people to whom we are under covenant with the Most High. Yes, that's very important to the devil. That's what it is. But due to our disobedience, the Most High had to discipline us. Ben Carter. That name sounds familiar, Sister Linda. You know, but let me tell you something. This is what I did, sister. And then this is to any brothers and sisters out there that dealt with that. I fast. So many days out of the week. And I just drink water during my fast. Blood pressure go down. Like 111 over 70. That's what I do. You know, I have heard doctors say, you got to take this for the rest of your life. But then at the same time, brothers, now let's not get it twisted or misunderstood. Long-term blood pressure medicine, it does affect your kidneys. The moment you get to a point where, hey, your kidneys not functioning like they're supposed to, and brothers, no, there's medicine out there that's it's known. It does affect your kidneys. But it's always us. It's always us that everything is going to affect. I mean, when you start looking into a whole lot of these different medicine made, what? They're not made. Truthfully, to help us, it's made to break us down. This is that trampling, though, when it's all over said and done. Oh, yeah, all right. I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know that doctor. Matter of fact, he was up under Trump's the housing or something that he had him over or something. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But, brothers, the shift is here. The shift is here. Now, truthfully, brothers, when I say brothers, I'm talking about brothers. This is going to be a weeding out that the Most High is going to be doing. He's looking for these men, his people, his leaders, excuse me. He's looking for his brothers. I mean, not his brothers, his people, the brothers to take the lead. That's what he's looking at. This shift, brothers, this is involving us first and foremost. The Most High did not go. He did not go to Eve when they got in trouble. He went to Adam. This shift, brothers and sisters, he's not going to the sisters, although the sisters are doing a whole lot of work. No, he's going to go. He's going to come. Hey, and he's going to speak with all brothers. See, now, don't get me wrong, brothers. Like the Most High said, the spirit is eager, but the flesh, it is absolutely weak. You got a lot of brothers out there that has a eager spirit for truth. But that flesh, I tell you, brothers, when I say you literally have to scrutinize your flesh in order to strengthen your spirit. You got to do that. And it's going to be about what you want to do or what you should do. That's just my take on it now. Because we're going to stand before the judgment seat of the Most High. That's one thing we're going to do. And I'm talking about all brothers. We're going to stand. The Most High going to know exactly, all right, I can use this brother here. Can't use this one here. This one here, no, he's absolutely lazy. And you're going to have those brothers and, brothers out there. But brothers, if you really, this is just my encouragement, put it this way. Take the lead. Take the lead. Scrutinize your time, your flesh, in order to strengthen up your spirit. We're going to need it a lot sooner than later. We're going to need it. Now, don't get me wrong now, but when you run up on brothers and they feel that they have everything down to a science when it comes to the scriptures, you got a problem. Because not one of us is going to have those scriptures down to a science. The only thing that we need to be having is this understanding that, hey, the Most High is teaching us. Some brothers believe that they're the second Moses. And that could be a very dangerous position to be putting yourselves into, because trust and believe. If you're claiming that you got all that knowledge, you just may find yourself standing before the judgment seat of the Most High. There was one brother on his channel, and he's an older brother, and he was saying that African Americans need to stay put in the United States. That's what he was saying, and he had all the gold chains around his neck, all the guy, and then he was saying, those our people over there in Israel. I said, yeah, I'm done with him. Because I knew those people they're not related to me. But you have so many different lines of thoughts out there, brothers. This is the reason why I say, hey, we got to scrutinize it. I mean, if we looking at Luke chapter 21 and Matthew chapter 24, Yahushua told us, hey, there's going to be false messiahs out there. He told us. And who did it? And those false messiahs? Who? going to be people that's going to be related to you. They're going to be related to you. And with this internet, brothers and sisters, it can be, yeah, Saint, Shabbat Shalom, brother. I'm glad you was able to make it in today, man. How you been holding up, bro? Yes, but this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is the encouragement. The Most High is he's calling brothers to take their stand. That's what he's doing. And with that standing, there's a measure of humbleness that goes right along with it. I'm not going to claim I know. No, I'm not claiming I know everything. I'm not. Because I do understand this awakening. It is absolutely new to us, but we're grabbing it. We running for it. If you want to talk about a thirsty child, that's us. That is absolutely us. And when we realize that the world has been lying to us by means of religion, we started taking things into our own hand. We started to have understanding that the Most High has given us. And we started teaching our people. And what did they do? When they realized that these Black people were wakening up, this is when they come out and they said, Black Hebrew Israelite movement. And let me tell you something, brothers and sisters, that went across the board. I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. Did you know that they wrote a letter and warning the elders in the country, be aware of this new trending or thing with Black Hebrew Israelites? Yeah. This is what they did. This is the distraction that they put out there. It just so happened, I never forget, the brothers, they called me and they said they wanted to meet with me to get me reactivated as a Jehovah's Witness. There was 3 brothers. When I say brothers, I'm talking about, Black brothers. One was from Jamaica. Well, 2 of them was for Jamaica, and one American. So they wanted to have a shepherding call. That's what they called it, a shepherding call. So what had happened, I went there. I met with them. And they said, they was talking about this and they was talking about that. We wanted to get you reactivated. And I was like, no, I'm good. That's what I said to them. Now, everything was cordial. It was. I don't believe in, I did that argument stuff back in the days. And ain't nobody trying to argue with nobody about no Bible. I'm not going to do that. So what happened? The brothers, they asked me, said, they talking this and they talking that. And so I said, brothers, now there's some teaching that Jehovah's Witnesses has been teaching that is not in line with the Bible. And it's okay. Well, what you got jokes, brother Yasin. And so what happened? They said, what are you talking about, brother? And so I explained to him. I went to Romans chapter 11, and I said, here Paul clearly states that Israel is not done away, that the Most High did not do away with his people. But we teach from door to door that Israel is done away with. And I said that to them. I said, the scripture does not support that, but we teach that. So what they did, they went into one of their books that they published. And in that book, it said that they was explaining Paul's stress. That's what they. So He said, and it stated that Paul was up under stress. He was hoping that the Most High did not do away with Israel. But then they went to a scripture and they showed it, he did. All right. So I came back to the brother and I said, well, let me pose this question to each and every last one of you. Who wrote this here? That Paul was up under stress. Who? And so they just sat there and they looked. They looked at one another. I'm like, come on now, brother, you got to use common sense. This is a book that is outside of the Bible. And somebody was there to witness saying that Paul was up under stress. I'm asking the question, who was that person that can come back and say Paul was up under stress when we penned that in the Bible? This is what the brother said to me. What, Brother Mike, we're not trying to, we're not trying to argue. I was like, brother, I'm not arguing with no one. There was no voices raised. But that was the way to get out of a conversation, because those three brothers literally just sat there and said nothing. You're right, Sister Linda. But see, we was warned about that. This is the reason why I say I stick to the Bible. I don't like dibbling in. I mean, I may go outside and look at some things and read some things about this here or that there. Even Josephus' account is not scriptural. He's taking his life and what he's seen when it came to Israel. That's what he did. Now, when it comes to the Bible, brothers, that's our history book. And don't get me wrong. The Most High put that warning out there. He told them, do not take anything from it and do not add anything to it. But what do Satan do? They use the Bible as against us to keep us in check for slavery. That's what they did. That's what they did. This awakening is the worst thing that can ever happen for this world. For this world, the worst thing that can ever happen. Now you're starting to see things changing. You're seeing a people who's been mishandled, misled. And now we are literally falling back, not saying a word. They didn't push so many different buttons with African Americans till it got to a point where we don't even say nothing. Do what you're going to do. Be quick about it. That's our mentality. Y'all going to fight one another. This war is not us. It's not us. This president, he don't want us. He don't. He do not. And from my understanding, the first Africana it came to the United States. That is none of my business. I don't care. I do not. If he's going to ride that horse, he's going to ride it. He's going to ride it hard, and he's doing it. And it's crazy. He's going to do what he's going to do. If you don't want the blacks, they had that officer general or whatever, or the military. No. They used him as a patsy. That's what they did. They used him as a patsy, and he fell. I ain't gonna say he fell for it. He should know. He should know. Now he came in there when Trump first got into office. He doing all of these signing offs and everything, just really truthfully showing out. That's all I seen. That's all I seen. And he got the people all wild up. That's what he did. That's all he did. No matter how they think and they talk about there's a time for peace talks. Brothers and sisters, somebody's going to be made a lie, and it's not going to be the Most High. He already said, hey, this was going to happen. It's going to happen. Sister, let me tell you something, Sister Linda Cross. I don't know these people's names, truthfully, but he was the officer who was speaking about Ibrahim Traore. He was talking about how he was a threat to the security of the United States. He was not a threat to the security of the United States. They just want his minerals. They want to go in there and steal. That's what it was. That's all it is. That's all it is. You can't get it. Okay, that's his name, Michael Langley. Last name Langley? Okay, well, yeah, that's what. And then you're right by now, brothers. Y'all are saying about this peace and security. See, that's the thing. They're talking about peace, and they know good and well how you go talk about peace, and you doing the killing. You're doing the stealing. You're doing everything outside of peace and then yelling peace. How can you possibly, well, let me take that back. They can do it. They can do it. They can lie, cheat, and steal and destroy and then still yell peace. We're moving towards peace. They want to be on top of countries that has a nuclear capability. They want to monitor that. They want to say, hey, how can we work on a deal? This is what this world is saying. And you got people out here that are saying, why in the world do the United States have to feel they got to be a police over the world? They are, yes, they do, brother Earl. They do. They always get us. And then in the interview, the people that was interviewing this general, then they go say, the Gentile said to him, how can we help with this endeavor? That's what he said. How can you help? Shooks, man, please. No. They go help, all right, and they're going to use him as much as they possibly can until he's no more good. That's what's going to happen. They're gonna make him feel like he's the brains of everything until it gets to a point something goes south. He's the one who will get kicked out. That's it. Strictly dirty work. That's what they're doing about him. But at the same time, they can't get into Africa like they used to. They can't. They got to find other back doors to get in. They're trying to get to certain people like they used to. They don't have that power no more, brothers. When I say there's a shift, back in the days, brothers, you all know, Brother Yasaint, Brother Earl, you know what? That they came in and they needed to get rid of somebody of color. Who do they usually use? Your own brother. Your own brother. That's who they use. They finding it difficult to do that now. Why? Oh, Let's call it the awakening. Now let's go back into King David, and this is for brothers and sisters. Period. When King David was on the run from Saul, he refused to do any harm to Saul because he knew that Saul was anointed by the Most High. Although the Most High was taking that kingship from him, he refused to do him any harm. And so the person, I forgot the name of the tribe that Jonathan and his father, they got killed in battle, Saul. And the person, the Amorites, I think it was the Amorites. But this person, because Saul asked him to take his life, because Saul was already, he was damaged. You know, he wasn't going to live, but he just didn't want to suffer. So he asked this officer of the opposing tribe to take his life. So he took his armband and his crown, and he took it to David, and he took his life. And he told David that he took his life. The thing that was upsetting to David was the fact that Jonathan, his best friend, died. That's what it was. And so what happened, once David got a hold of himself, he said, hold on. You took the life of one of the Most High's anointed? Please. David he called one of his soldiers up, said, take his life. And he took his life. He said, you should have known not to, touch none of the Most High. So I say this to Israel. I say this to brothers. When we going out there, we in the world, and you ain't got to be in the world, truthfully. We want to be mindful of how we treat our brothers. We do. We want to be mindful of how we treat our brothers. Because truthfully, the way we handle our brothers, and we be first ones, and especially in the streets, talking about you're taking somebody's life. That's it. Man, please, Obama? No, please, brother. Y'all think? No, that's no, bro. No, we not gonna fall for that again. And they may bring in a very dark skinned. We ain't falling for that again. No, excuse me. We not falling for that again. That day came and it's gone, and it was a learning op. That's what it was. It was a learning op. And we learned. That's what we did. We learned from it. But when we come to our brothers, where they talk about black on black crime and all that. Our brothers, with this awakening, we up under law. And we know that you just cannot go out there and take your brother's life like that. No. There's a responsibility that goes right along with it. There's a responsibility that goes with it. The Most High told Abraham, I'm going to bless those that bless you. Brothers, even with speech, if we right here throwing out F-bombs to our brothers and sisters, and that's a cursing. The Most High said he's going to bless those that bless you and curse those that curse you. If you're saying you're of Israel, trust and believe. Abraham's blood is in you. That goes across the board. And brothers and sisters, we should know. We lived it. If you're coming out of the 90s, you know for a fact what was said and done. You know exactly what was said and done. Now you got brothers right here getting upset talking about these women calling themselves B's and H's. I said, well, who started it? They did not start calling themselves B's and H's. It was the brothers who did that. That was the brothers who started that. And so if you keep on telling your own sister what she's amounting to, she's going to start to live it. She's going to start to live it. And that's what happened. You got to be, especially some of these rappers, Queen B. Nah. And anybody that knows, that is a female dog. Bitch is a female dog. That's what it is. But when you sit there and you use your speech to tear down, there's no blessing in that. You may think you're getting over, but eventually, no. It's come falling down. Now, yeah, we say brothers and say brother, sister, and things of that nature, and that's the way it should be. Our speech should be used for the healing of a nation, a coming back, a coming together as a people. That's what we should be doing. And I tell you, we already have enough issues with the world. And like I said, we get hit from every angle. Every angle. The world cannot even imagine how many angles we getting hit at. And within, they cannot. The world can't. They can't do it. It is absolutely impossible for them to understand the struggle of us. They can't. Cannot do it. Cannot do it. Hold on just for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But this is what we're supposed to be doing as with this experiencing of a birth of a nation. These are the things that we should be practicing. And don't get me wrong, brothers. I mean, for some, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Every time that we went into slavery, it has been noted that every time we come out, we bring a little bit of that captivity, whatever that culture was, we bring it out. We bring it and we hold on to it. Israel did. And now we're at the threshold of an exodus, a greater exodus. And brothers and sisters, we are in the four corners of the earth. Now you got to go into the wilderness because there are some things that we got to brush off coming out of this major captivity. And I say major because Israel has never been international, global slavery, captivity. Never. This is the first and the last all at the same time. That's who we are. The first and the last. Never before in Israelite history have we been this like this. Now imagine the conversation that you're going to be having with our forefathers, letting them know, hey, no, we was over here, or Judah was over there. Judah was international. He was in a whole different land due to our disobedience. And brothers, just think about this just for a moment. How the Most High told Abraham that we was going to be in a land that is not ours, in a language that we do not understand. He told that to Abraham, and that prophecy did not come to reality until the 1500s, because that's when slavery started, roughly around at that time, 1500, late 1400s. But the one that I'm sorry, going back to what the Most High was telling Abraham, and you look at all those thousands of years that went by, all of those thousands of years went by. It came and it is gone. Judgment came in afterwards. Did not the Most High tell Abraham? He said, after that time, I'm going to judge that nation. He's judging this nation. He's judging. Matter of fact, anyone that got that residue, they getting judged just as much. They are. They're losing power. They're losing power because, hey, times are changing. That's what's happening. They can put up a front all they want. And it's just going to be just that. It's going to be a front. The world is very concerned as to what's going on. Excuse me. It's very concerned. They're working together. Ain't nobody gonna tell me anything different. Ain't no such thing as no Democrat, no Republican. You got one person. They put up a front. They put up a front because they're working together. I don't care how you look at it. They are working together. It's just people out here, and I got a cousin. He's big upon the what side you may be on politically. And I was like, bro, neither one of them is working for you. No, I know, but you gotta take what you can get. I was like, brother, you ain't gotta do diddly squat. I'm like, come on, man. But you literally have brothers and sisters out there that's going to push that agenda. If you don't vote, don't complain. I don't vote. I don't. I never looked at neither one of them. I don't care if it's a Democrat or they never did anything for blacks. And the Most High knew that because the only people that's going to do something for Israel is the Most High. They're not going to do it. That's one thing they're not going to do. And the Most High is not going to allow them to do it. Matter of fact, he's the one who will tell, no, you're going to give them this. That's what they're going to do. They go drop stuff. They go be humbled. That's the time. I mean, we can recognize what's happening. We're seeing things moving towards its end. That's what we see these things. And along with this motion of a dying nation, hey, you send the devil. He's pushing on brothers and sisters. He's he's laying it down, especially on the chosen. He's moving on them. He causing all type of things on brothers and sisters because he knows the power that these people hold. He knows it. And the sad thing about it, when you go into the book of Matthew, when the disciples, he sent them out, and when they came back, they was reporting to the Yahushua they had, they was telling demons to do this and do that, come out of these people. They was doing it. Brothers and sisters, the same thing is happening right down to this very day. The same thing. You could be sitting there minding your business, and you may have this little wicked thought come up in your head. It's demonic. And you ask yourself, where's I'm thinking? Yeah, that's that spirit in the air. That's being up under the devil's nose. That's what that is. And this is the reason why I say we need to be encouraging to our brothers and sisters, because there are some things that a lot of our brothers and sisters are going through. We can't even imagine. We cannot imagine some of the things a lot of our brothers and sisters are going through. And I'm talking about from old woman to a young child. This is the reason why we need to be encouraging to our brothers and sisters. There's a responsibility that we should be doing. Brother, you may not even know them, but you pray for them. This is what we're supposed to be doing. I tell you, but we can tear it down easy. But to believe that we got the power to change a brother or sister's life, that's going to be a battle. It seems it's going to be a battle. Either you're going to believe it or you're not. One or the others. But when you can sit there and call your sister a B or H, and you hold to that, and you see, we literally seen the outcome of calling our sisters that, or calling our the brothers, "What's up, dog?" What? We seen that. We seen the effects of that. Now let's just turn the effect to a more spiritual, enlightened effect where it would affect our brothers and sisters. That's what it should do. Believe that your speech has power. But the devil wants you to know, you got power, right? But call that woman out her name. Call that man that dog. And you will always be in Satan's system. You will see the cursing that's going to come behind all of that talk. That's what's going to happen. We got the world we got to contend with. And the sad thing about it, we should not, but we do. We got to contend with some of our brothers and sisters. We do. But at the same time, brothers, the scriptures say you must continue to forgive your brothers. And brothers, you can forgive your brothers too. You can. From a distance. Because some of them work your nerve. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, yeah, man, please. Yeah, that work your nerves now. And some of them will use it just for selfish gain. This is when you start to have to put on discernment, shrewdness. You must deal with your brothers according to knowledge. If you know you're dealing with a lazy brother and he always borrowing money, you might start cutting that brother loose. Say, brother, look, I can show you how to fish. Oh, I don't want to. Well, I can't continue to give you no money. But you don't want to learn how to fish. Well, all right, now. It's going to be one or the other. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be one or the other. Brothers, I'll be on these sites at night. I'll be on these sites at night. And this is just me. I know night work is not good for nobody. I seriously believe that. A lot of brothers and sisters say some will say they like working nights and things to give them the daytime to do what they need to do. But I'm like, no, I can't see that because truthfully, I think you get a lot more worn out working nights than the daytime. That's just me. But I see a lot of frustration when you working around a lot of people and they starting to get sleepy or whatever. They start to get frustrated. It holds a lot more stress than working a daytime shift. That's what I've seen. Because now, because it's like it's more wear and tear on your body. When in essence, it's supposed to be resting. Because truthfully, you may work nights, but you're not going to get no 8 hours of sleep. You may be that one that, you make it your aim. But overall, no. Your body will get up. You may get you about 4 or 5 hours, that's about it, but you will be tired. And so you look at the system. You got that type of stuff that's going on already. With you getting hit at every angle, brother, that's a whole lot of more wear and tear on you. That's a whole lot of wear and tear on you. Period. But to pray, brothers, I'm telling you, it is an absolute necessity that we pray for our brothers and sisters. That's what we should do. I tell you, we need it. Now we have Sister E. They have their meetings for the Goshen Project. If I'm not mistaken, I got to get back into it. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been away from it, but I got to get back in touch with Sister E and see what's going on with it. But for you brothers and sisters that like to join in on that Goshen Project, so be it. I encourage you to. Whatever your expertise is, this is what these sisters are working with and working on. They doing things for survival. They're seeing a crumbling system, and they know that eventually communication is going to be taken down off the top. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And these sisters there, I'm telling you, and this is the reason why I say brothers, because it seems a lot of sisters are taking a lot of things, and they putting in that work. They putting in that work. It's a lot of sisters in the Goshen Project. It is. And they talking this, they saying we need this, we need that. But they say they need the brothers. To which I seen. They do need brothers. And I do understand, brothers, you have your families you got to care for and thing. But if there's any brothers out there that can make time for it, make time for it. Because eventually, this world is about to slide into their great tribulation. This is what these sisters are working at. They seeing the trouble that's coming up on this world. And they're trying their best to put themselves in a position. And you may have some brothers out here who speak against it. You do. I heard one brother talking about, yeah, good luck with the. I ain't gonna say he said good luck, but he was talking down to the Goshen Project. Brothers, we have a lot to contend with. We do. We have a lot to contend with. For whatever your belief is when it comes to fleeing, staying, brothers and sisters, hold your faith. Hold on to your faith. We're not here. We're not here to go back and forth with our brothers and sisters. If you can help a brother and sister, help out. But don't talk down and don't sit up and think you go tear down brothers and sisters. And just because you may have a strong belief or this, you may have a strong belief for that. You don't tear down your brothers because it's called common sense. There's going to be brothers and sisters who's going to be here in captivity. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, you can't, not one human being, not one brother or sister can stop that. The Most High knows exactly where his people are. He knows exactly, oh, these are the ones, I'm going to put my spirit in them and I'm going to cause them to flee. And they're going to leave. So be it. That's scriptural. But then you have brothers and sisters that say, no, I can't do it. So, or I'm going to wait on the Most High. Let them wait. Yahushua said that he's going to give the call to his angels to go and get his elect, that he parted out all over the world. That's what the scripture says. He's going to gather his chosen ones back together and put them back in their land. And when he said the chosen one, brother, you're talking about from an old man to a newborn baby. Come on, let's use common sense. That's all it takes. You can sit up there and keep on going back and forth talking about, oh, you damn, y'all going to hell. The Most High told you to flee. Wow. See, that's that eager spirit, brothers and sisters. That's that eager spirit. But that flesh is weak. That flesh is weak. That's one thing we will have to pay attention to. The spirit is eager. I mean, yes, it's eager, especially with this awakening. We eager. We thirsty. We hungry. That's what we are. The Most High woke us up. Oh, man, please. And we grabbed it. We understood it. And he just only gave us a portion of that. Just imagine full-blown absolute knowledge. Just imagine that now, brothers. Of the Most High going, let's just say, give us a little bit more. Let's give us 10% of knowledge, more knowledge. That spirit is going to be a whole lot more eager. But until you check that flesh, man, you may end up being a wreck. But encouraging our brothers and sisters, it's going to be a must. And then talking down to our brothers and sisters, no, we're not put on. No. Be encouraging to your brothers and sisters. That's all we should be doing. If you want to stand before the Most High and say, you have this history of saying these things to your brother, that's what's going to be. That judgment seat, the Most High going to know exactly what your niche was with your brothers and sisters. That's what he's going to. He's going to know that now. That's one thing. This is this is a trying time. The world is seeing the world is witnessing a shift. This shift is real. Brothers and sisters are being put in place right as we speak. Because the Most High is not an Elohim of disorder. Brothers and sisters are being tried and tested for position in his kingdom. And I remind you now, brothers and sisters, now his kingdom now. That wilderness is part of his kingdom. That's a sifting out. That's what that is. Let's not misunderstand that. These last days, and a lot of things that we're going through, brothers and sisters, a lot of brothers and sisters are being tested. Did not the scripture say, many are called, but few are chosen? How many of you brothers and sisters believe that? Many are called. Many are called, but few are chosen. And I'm not saying that, and this is just my understanding of the scripture, brothers and sisters. That's not more, it's not, I wouldn't necessarily call it a life and death situation. If the Most High called you for this here or that there, and you prove faithful or whatever, and let's just say hypothetically speaking, you proved unfaithful, and you may not be that person for that position, but the Most High called you. And you may have said, you may have just like went about doing things. I don't want to do this here. But until you start to understand the spirit, because the Most High said it, he's looking for those to worship him in spirit and truth. When you start recognizing that there's a shift in your spirit, hold on to it. You hold on to that. That's what we should be doing. With this awakening, yes, there's a lot of things that's happening. I have listened to interviews of brothers and sisters. I remember one sister saying that she heard a small voice. And I tell you, Shabbat Shalom, Sister Cynthia. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me read this, sister. Hold on for a moment. Let me do something. You know what, Sister Cynthia? Yeah. Let me make a U-turn on this one. These people, these people are on a whole different plateau. These people are trying their best to step in the Most High's position. That's what they're doing. And they gave him permission. All right. When they cloned that sheep, they thought they was doing something. When they figure out, hey, we can clone a tomato, but yet people still starving. They cloned, whatever they did, it was sinister. It's always been sinister, and it continued to be sinister right down to this very day. You don't have seeds and bananas now. Why? Because they want to control it. They want to control the food source. Let's just say they got the money to change what the Most High put in place. And they're going about doing this, sister, as if they stand in toe-to-toe with the Most High. They not understanding the gravity of what they're. Well, let me take that lie back. They do. They know what they're doing, sis. They gave him a permission to do that. They are, yeah. Okay. They're trying to. Hey, sister, let me say something. I'm gonna say this way, Sister Cynthia. Did not the devil say that he was, he's going to climb up into the most highest position or whatever? They are doing the devil's work. They right along with their God. They doing everything with their God. When you can sit there and take a seed out of something that the Most High said, no, you will have seeds for this, you will seeds for that, and you grow this, grow that. They want, nope. They want to control everything about us. And even the Most High. Oh, but sister, the thing about it is when they try, is when people get affected. That's the problem. They saying they gave permission for him to drop 12 million tons of particles in the air to stop global warming. But that's, sister, listen to me, Sister Cynthia. They can say that to the world. They can't say that to Israel. We don't call it global warming. We call it judgment. That's what we call it. See, they want to call it global warming. And a religion falls right into it because of glory. They don't say nothing. Religion do not teach that this world is under judgment. They do not. They do not teach this world is upon a judgment, but they'll call it global warming. Oh yeah, we're doing it. Man, please. We're the next of kin. We're the next in line. We got next. Eventually, we got next. It's going to be changed. We're gonna be saying we in the seat now. See, this is the problem. You too, Brother Robert. Be safe out there, brother. This is a problem that they have, and they have this mentality that they can push and do what they think they need to do in order to get their agenda out there. But you're coming up against a creator. Israel has always been known. Hey, Yahuwah is the Elohim of the Israelites. And now here we are in captivity on the threshold of a massive exodus globally. Yeah, things are changing. Now, this guy here, tell me, he got permission from who? He had to get it from Satan. He got it from Satan. And he's moving with it. And he's not going to be the only one. He's not. They're scared. They shift. Oh, they're getting themselves geeked up for a massive letdown. And brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell you this. When you're starting to see this destruction and thing, and you can feel sorry if you want to. You can feel sorry if you want to. You choose to feel sorry for this system. If you feel sorry, brother, you're going to see bodies dropping. That's scriptural. You're going to see bodies drop. You're going to see it. And I'm talking about from a young woman to a baby of a nation. They gonna be dropping, dying. This is brothers, this is what this is about. The Most High's love was taken for granted. That's what it was. His love was taken for granted. And it started with a lie. It started with a lie. The Most High is about to show himself. He's going to show his anger. Now, You, brothers and sisters, you know how you feel when somebody is taking your love for granted. That's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. But you imagine, well, you ain't got to imagine. Here it is. Your creature that the Most High created, and you gave him free will, and they used that free will to work against you. That's what the devil did. And this is the reason why he's going to be in the Most High's judgment hands. This is the reason why. Because of this dumb stuff right here. They gave him permission to drop some stuff in the air. Brothers, they've been dropping stuff in the air for how many years now? Chemtrails. They ain't just dropping it in the air. They're dropping it in the foods. Everything is a chemical with them. Everything in this system is a chemical, something that they want to manipulate for their own pleasure or for their own power. Hey, we can cause this trouble. We can cause this trouble. And then we can swoop back in like we Superman and have these people literally eating out of the palm of our hand. They go do what we say do. They go fall in line. They go be obedient to us. This is what they want. That's what they want, Sister Cynthia. They want us in their grips. They're not worrying about the Most High. We are. We're not like worried about him like as if he's not he's going to be overtaken. No, we're not worried about that. It's the fact that you have the galls to sit there to come up with when you work. Let me pull back. When you up under the devil's control, you're going to do the devil's bidding, and that's what they're doing. You're seeing two different groups of people. That's what you got. It's an enmity. When you say that this guy here, Gates, we get upset. We do. We get upset because we know for a fact he's not working towards the Most High. He's working against the Most High. We get upset. Why? That's an enmity. He's not working for the Most High. He's not doing anything for Israel. These people done took ill. They making themselves sick. That's what they're doing. Now they want to come with you have Gates on the food. He wants to do all this stuff with food. He done bought up nearby all of the United States, on the northern part, that is. Then you have what's the other guy's name? The one with the cars, Elon Musk. The devil is calling his people to stand up and to be about their business, about his business, rather. This is the battle of, no, this is not even a battle. It's not. But it is a choice. And the Most High is saying, hey, if you love me, stick with me. Choose life. If you love this system, trust and believe Israel, you go die with this system. That's what the Most High is putting out there. You don't see the Most High walking around all stressed out, panicking, and trying to figure out how this is going to play. He knows how it's going to play out. This is our Elohim. This is our creator. This is what we do know. We know that the God of this system, you are a creature. You was created by our Elohim. This is what we know. This is the reason why we got all this hate. This is the reason why we have all this hate. We are in a privileged position. Yes, and brothers, don't get me wrong. We had to go through the discipline. We had to go through it. In order for us to understand the position that we are in, and for the greater position that we will see in the very near future. Jacob will rule earth wide. That's a major move, brothers. That is absolute a that's you cannot sit up here and think that's a light move. No, it's a very important move. That's what it is. It's a very important move. And the Most High knows exactly what he's doing. These people, everything is about chemicals, brothers and sisters, in this system. They mimic who? Who do the world mimic the Most High? Start with food. Start with food. Hey, we can stop kids from starving. Yeah. Why is the grocery stores it's a food shortage? I mean, not a food shortage. Food costing money, costing so much money. They know exactly what they're doing. They telling some of these farmers to destroy half of the crops. This is not nothing new with this system. They've been practicing that, man. I mean, what? For the longest. This is a demonic system, and he owns it. He even offered Yahushua to be a part of it. Yahushua, like, man, you must be, we're talking, you lost your mind. He's not a creator. The only thing that the devil created was the lie he told Eve. That's what he created, and got himself in the judgment ahead of the Most High. For them to hear the Most High's name, the demons, the devil, they shudder. Just to hear his name, they shudder. That's the speech, brothers, again. That's the power of the speech that we have. If you feel that the devil is in your house and you tell him to get out, where do you think he gonna go? He will get out. But at the same time, now let's not get it twisted. You ain't gonna tell the devil to get out, and you still there watching Chucky or whatever. You inviting the devil into your house. I mean, hey, you can't play with the Most High. You will be for the Most High, or you're not going to be for him. You're going to monitor any and everything about your life because you know for a fact, hey, I worship the true Elohim, the creator. That's who we are. That's how we live. That's how we get down. And we got to continue to maintain that. Truthfully, we got to maintain that deeply. This system is going to do what it's going to do. And truthfully, brothers and sisters, this world we live in is doomed. It is absolutely doomed. But at the same time, we need to be working. We know what's going to happen to this system, brothers. We need to be putting ourselves in position for our own pharmaceuticals. That's what we need to be doing. The world caused a whole lot of trouble on us. They did. What? Not only did they drop HIV in Africa, what? They gave our brothers syphilis. I mean, they injected that into them. This is what this world did. Can you imagine Israel doing something? You can't even imagine that. The Most High is allowing us to see the difference between us and them. They not like us. They are not like us. They think about world domination. That's what they do. And it's demonically derived. That's how they get down. They'll give you we got our hands stuck out. They got us sick. And then we going right back to the people who got you sick. Oh, we need this here. They give you the medicine. The medicine helps this a little bit, but it tears up that over there. That's the position that we are in. And brothers and sisters, we have the knowledge. We have the knowledge of a demonic system. We've seen the actions of a demonic system, just like your sister, Cynthia, you said. They gave that man permission to drop some stuff in the air. Sister, trust and believe. It ain't for no global warming. It's not. It's going to be a chemical. It's going to be a chemical, and it's going to affect some people. They are not looking out for the welfare of us, not even for their own citizens. They're not. Let's not fool ourselves to believe that. This is a very demonic, the activity of the demons. It's on a whole nother level, because the devil is understanding the birth of a nation, and he knows the strength of us. He knows the strength, and we should know it. That's the thing. We should know the strength of us, at least by our speech. That's it. If we understand our speech, brothers and sisters, the strength of our tongue, things can change right as we speak. But we need to believe. We need to believe who we are, who we stand for. That's who we need to believe. That's what we need to believe. The Most High said, yeah, I gave it to my people. A lot of you brothers and sisters believe that we're woke. If you believe that we're woke, why in the world would we fall faithless to when the Most High said you have the power of life and death in your tongue? Come on. But you can get the world come in and they want you to believe everything they say. Oh, please don't let it be a doctor. Please, they think they one step above God. Oh, your so and so is affecting this here and this and is doing that there. We gonna give you 1 month to live. We going to give you have like 1 month to live. This is what they say. And they words, and especially when it comes to you Israel, some of their words are meant to break you down. They do not have that gift of the power of the tongue. But if you're looking at a faithless Israel, yes. A doctor may come in and tell you this and tell you that, you believe it. And it gets inside your head. To eventually, what's inside your head, what that doctor said, it starts to affect your body because you are allowing it to. You have allowed it to affect your mental, spiritual, and your physical strength. And I've seen brothers and sisters fall away just that way. What they heard, boom. I knew one sister. She went into the hospital a week. 1 week. The doctor said she went for a physical. They put her in the hospital. They told her she had stage 4 cancer. The next week she was dead. There's a whole lot of cases out there like that, brothers and sisters. The strength, I'm telling you, they're not you. Yasirel, you have more strength than the doctors do. You do. Granted, these doctors come in and they're going to say these things. They're the one who's putting that stuff out there. We have been the world's guinea pig in captivity and on the continent. We have been those people. We had to go through this. We had to go through it. We are the example to the world. That's who we are. We are an example to the world. And this is the reason why we're here right down to this very day of what not to do. The world is going to see us. They're going to see, oh no, I don't want to be you think these people are not nervous when they're starting to understand the scriptures and they starting to read Revelation? Oh, those that, you're going to go into captivity. Wait a minute. Captivity? And then the first thing, when you're talking about going to slavery, who do you think is the poster child, the picture that's going to be there when they start to understand captivity? Who do you think they're going to see? They're going to see us. They're going to see the history of what they did. That's what they're going to see. And then in their imagination, hey, we did this to these people. We did that to these people. Oh, yeah, you did this. And now there's a lot of fear that they're swallowing. It's a lot of fear. They did some hideous things to our forefathers and to us right down to this very day. You brothers, you can't tell me anything. I know that there is a testing center for us. And for all these sisters that's coming up, these sisters that came up missing, the authorities, after that first 48 hours, they stopped looking. Followed these missing young Black kids, these missing sisters. I would not be surprised to find out that they got them in some type of testing, underground testing thing. That's just me. But you let little Susie be on the back of a milk cart. No, they go find her. Mm-hmm. They go, shit. They gonna find her. They go find Becky. But Tisha, no. Mm-mm. This is that hatred, brothers. This is that hatred alive and kicking. But the days is going to come with those dark times or those dark things that they've been doing. The Most High said He's going to shed light on it. And that light will be bright. You thinking that brother, they say he snapped when the police shot and killed his son. He went out there and, took the life of another policeman. Hey, I don't think the world ain't seen Judah upset. They haven't. I don't even think we've seen it. But something is going to tip. And I don't know, we ain't gonna say we go flip. It ain't like we gonna go crazy. Mm-mm. But we will be organized. That's what was going to happen. Sister Linda Cross, let me tell you something. That's one thing they won't give us. They will not. A department for our missing people. Mm-mm. No, the most, and and the sad thing, we ain't gonna say sad. It's going to be the Most High. Because see, let's understand this. All they doing is brushing up coals to the Most High. They getting them hot. They getting them heated. They getting them upset. That's what they're doing. Because eventually, what's going to be loosed in heaven is going to be loosed on earth. That anger, we're going to get it. We're going to feel it. We're feeling a little bit of it already, just a little. When the Most High is highly upset, all trust and believe it's going to be on and it's going to be popping. See, now what they did, For us, that was hundreds of years ago. Not with the Most High. It ain't even a day. It's not even a day. Feeding our forefathers to alligators and things of that nature, brothers and sisters, that has not been a day. It's not. They're coming about doing these things. We have scriptures, brothers and sisters. We have the book that the Most High has given us, that He preserved for our instruction. We know what's about to happen to this system. Let's put ourselves in position so that we can move forward. That's what we need to be doing. I tell you, brothers, truthfully, I don't trust a lot of the foods that's out here now, especially in these restaurants. I'm serious. They can take a batter and cover it up and fry and deep fry and call it something. You'll believe it. This is the knowledge. This is just not upon us. I mean, people in the world, they looking at this. They saying, no. You thinking you eating a cookie and then you come to find out that's a chemical. When you can go in there and take, use some genetics to take a seed out of a vegetable or fruit that the Most High created. Now, this is Enoch. This is the time of Enoch. If we had to come, this is it. Because when Enoch was on, they were talking when in his book, where the angels were showing them how to go in there and how to extract minerals out of the earth to build weapons, how to blend roots. Brothers and sisters, that's happening right down to this day. What? Gates is doing it. He's doing it. Oh yeah, I can believe that too, Sister Cynthia. Yeah. He's gonna try to do something like that. I mean, Sister Linda Cross, when you got AI, you may think you looking at a sister. You may think that a sister may be on there twerking or whatever. AI is gonna start to develop these videos, and they're gonna make these things look like they real. And it won't be our sisters. But then the world wanted to give off the pretense, hey, these black people, these black women, yeah, this is the reason why they call them B's and H's. Look, they're the only ones always on the media shaking their butt. Hey, but let me tell you this. AI is going to generate that stuff. In order to get the world in a mindset, AI is positioning itself. Because I'm telling you, some of that stuff, these videos the AI put out, they look real. They look real. That's the danger of AI. If it got to come up with a misleading video, it's going to do it. In order to slow the awakening down or to stop it altogether, it's going to do it within its power. That stuff is demonically inclined. And for the brothers, like I said earlier, for the brothers and sisters that's using it for the purpose of teaching brothers and sisters and giving them a visual of who we are, not who we were, who we are. If you seeing Moses, that's you. You seeing Miriam, that's you. Joshua, you. That's our bloodline, brothers. They showing you our bloodline. And right now, these brothers are using it when they have that time to use it. That's what they're doing. They're showing you visually. Because if it's left up to Satan's system, oh no, brothers, he's no, they're not going to show a person of color in the Bible, which in essence, all of us is in there. They're not going to do it. The series they got, The Chosen, brothers, please. Yeah. I don't even indulge in it any longer now. I used to go in there and still watch the videos and imagine it. They're not going to, they do not want us to know who we are. Well, it's just a tad bit too late for them. And now they're showing their hand. They are literally showing their hands as to what they're trying to do and going to do. They're going to do it. They're causing more havoc. And then at the same time, we stopping global. What? Global warming? The devil knows exactly what he's doing, brothers. And he's about to get a lot of this stuff started. He's going to kick in. It's going to happen. Some people are going to starve. It is. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's going to be food shortage. Since I've been doing work in Texas, these people, they eat. They eat. There's so many different restaurants. I hear it is unbelievable. But the day is going to come. But there's going to be starvation. This tribulation, brothers and sisters, it's about to happen upon this system. That's what I said. This great tribulation is for this system. That's what he said. You're right, Sister Linda. There's always some pretty sisters, smart, and have skills that come up missing. They do. They come up missing. All right, my thing is this. Now, imagine what Africa looked like. Oh, let me tell you something. And they bold with it. They would have the Arabs in Ghana. They would come to Ghana and they put up this posting. They looking for women to be maids or to do acting. And the fact that they cash strap, they go out and they apply for it. These guys, CS, they get their passport and everything. But once they get over into that land, they take their passport from them and force them into prostitution. They made a movie about it. See, but all of this is payback. They're going to be judged too. Arabs are not your brothers. I'm gonna be straight and frank with you. They're not your brothers. They'll sleep with a black woman, but will not go there and they will not take that black woman to their mother and father. No. They're going to follow that bloodline. Israel, this is the reason why we must be following our bloodline down down for a faithfulness to the Most High. If we follow the bloodline like the rest of the nations do, oh no, we be batting 100 then. Oh yeah, they tricking them. Hold on for a moment. I'm back. And I tell you, brothers, if we hold on to being a set apart people, and we do that just like the world do, they hold on to theirs. They do. But we're the only ones. Salvation came to the Gentiles due to Israel's disobedience. And you're right, Sister Linda. Yeah, they're being tricked. They're being tricked. Sister, when you are in Africa, the nations cash strapped our brothers and sisters. If they had the money, no, they ain't. They're not trying to do that. They're not trying to do it. I talked to one sister, and she was a maid, and she said the husband, the wife will be there in the room and come in there and try his best to sleep with her daily till she said she had to quit. They don't come and arrest them. They do not. If they get arrested, trust and believe, they walking in the front door and they walking out the back door. This is what Israel got to go through. This is that trampling of a nation. So let's not get it misunderstood. If these brothers and sisters were in a better financial state, no, no, they would not be doing it. And it's sad. It is sad. It is absolutely sad. But the Most High is the one who's seeing all of it. All of it. These are the last days of Israel's captivity globally. This is the last and never again a captivity. This is it. This is the the big boom. I'm serious. This is the big boom. We're not. It's not coming back. This salvation, brothers and sisters, truthfully, this olive branch that the Most High, that's us, the olive branch to the world, it's about to be taken back. Because the Most High said He's going to give out the call to His angels to go and gather His people from the four corners of the earth. We're the salvation to the world, brothers. Did not the Most High say salvation came to the world due to Israel's disobedience? The time is going to come when He's going to gather us and put us back in our land. The world will not have that olive branch. That salvation, where is it, brothers? Where do you think it's going to go? The salvation is us. That salvation is us. And you're taking, the Most High said, I'm going to grab my people and put them back. So right now, truthfully, the getting is good right now. That's what it is. The getting is good right now. But once you wake up, Israel, you're under law. You know for a fact what you should be doing. Once you woke, oh yeah. All right. You can't go out there and think you go hook up with Becky. You're under law. You're a set apart people. You woke now. You woke. You're not naive. This is who we are. This is how we're supposed to be living with this awakening. Now, granted, you got some brothers out here that's saying something totally different. They're going to have to stand before the Most High themselves. I'd rather stand this way. And that's by choice. I feel once you are an awakened Israelite, those laws apply. You may not be doing them to the T, but you know for a fact, your Shabbat, set apartness, your dietary, you know those things. But it seems like some of us are making excuses for some things. I heard one brother say, well, you can't pork is in everything. That was one of his excuses. But brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, we want to stand at the judgment seat of the Most High. We're going to do that. That's one thing we're going to do. And I don't want to come at that plan like, I just don't want to go on that judgment seat, truthfully. No. I just rather do what I'm supposed to do according to his law to the best of my ability. That's my desire. To be found encouraging brothers and sisters to stick with the Most High. Stay with him. Do not get caught up in this system. It ain't nothing but a big old bowl of distraction full of demonic things. That's all it is. And this system is set up. It is absolutely set up to bring in contention against the Most High. Water, lights, plumbing. You got a restaurant on every corner. Brothers and sisters, all of this stuff is set up. That's all it is. It's a setup because this is Egypt. What did our brothers and sisters, our forefathers do? They complained about not having food. They had food in Egypt. They wanted to go back to Egypt. Brothers and sisters, I mean, what? These are the things we will have to start looking at. And then at the same time, you may have to let go. Are you ready to do that with this awakening? Because, like the Most I said, the spirit is eager, but the flesh is weak. Which one you will let dominate your life? That's going to be a question for each and every last one of us personally. That's what it's going to be. Brothers, in conclusion, I will say this. Test your flesh to determine the strength of your spirit. The stronger your spirit is, the more communication you're going to have with the Most High. You will be, there are so many blessings when you living by that spirit. And you tamed your flesh. Because you got that. That is your absolute right to tame your flesh. And if you think you got, I ain't gonna say this. I'm gonna say it this way. I'm sorry. That flesh, brothers and sisters, I tell you, it's strong. Your flesh will tell you, hey, I want something to drink. I want some more liquor. You go do what your flesh say. If you saying, I want burger and fries, you go do what your flesh say. And you just may overeat. A lot of us, I ain't gonna say a lot, I'm gonna say some of us may overindulge. We was warned about that. But that's that flesh. That's that flesh, brothers. But when you tame that flesh and bridle that tongue, you can bridle your whole body. Did not the scripture say that? But when you're in Satan's system, he makes everything, he's all about flesh. Your desire. That's it. He's not talking about that spirit. The Most High do. And this is where we got to get, brothers and sisters, more on the spiritual side than that fleshly side. That's it. The devil can sit up there and talk all that stuff until you're blue in the face, because eventually he's going to be done away with. He is going to be done away with. That's one thing he's going to experience. He's going to come to a point where he's going to be non-existent. Let us continue to choose the Most High. Choose life so that we could continue to live. This is it. Brothers and sisters, you stay safe out there. Enjoy your Shabbat. tell you, your day of rest. Be at peace, brothers. Be at peace. And on that note, I will say, shalom, brothers.